Ricky, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for popping into the Film 2009 studio.
My pleasure.
You've been working in American films for a while now on and off. Your first experience directing, how was it what you expected?
It was. It's the first feature direction I've done. Obviously, I did The Office and Extras. But I sort of knew where I was because of the genre, really. If this had been The Matrix or Jurassic Park, I'd have struggled. I wouldn't have done it.
I'd like to have seen you in The Matrix.
Oh yeah, really? Just that, me off the ground? A 360 of me floating.
The Kung Fu
I know, look like a toffee apple. But, you know, it's comedy with a bit of, I suppose, drama thrown in. There's some big ideas in here, but essentially it's about sort of people, and that's where the comedy and drama comes from.
You mentioned Office and the Extras, of course, there, even though there were, some of them were, you know, longer than your average episode, but that's directing for TV. Is the cliche true that directing for movies, it's essentially the same, just with better catering?
It's better catering, better budget. I suppose mid becomes wide because it's a 40-foot screen, so you certainly don't want a big close-up of this.
I guess you do have to sort of learn different shots, or...
I mean, the things you learn are more technical, really, because I think direction, anyway, is about taste. You know, a director's got to answer a series of questions confidently, red or blue, blue. For me, it's always been an easier job being in charge than having to put my hand up to try and get my own way. And I found, really, that the only reason I directed and produced in the first place was to protect the writing. When I started in this business, all we knew is horror stories of writers watching their film go out and crying because they didn't get their own way. So it's just about getting your own way. I'm not saying I'm the best producer, writer, director, actor in the world, but I do know what I want to see on screen.
How was it working with the studio? Because this is a pretty big release. Did you have to screen test for them? Did they have an input into how you shaped the final film?
Well, technically, it's not a studio film. I own the film with MRC, the Media Rights Capital, and it was independent financing. I got the money together with them. I made the film and sold it to Warner Brothers and Universal worldwide. So, you know, we were sort of left alone, and they were great to work with. Again, it's my first experience, and I think I've been really lucky. We were left alone with the BBC and left alone with HBO, and I didn't think I could get final edit as such. But this is the director's cut. Again, you know, we don't know if it works. If it works, I'll get it again. If it doesn't work, next time they'll go, well, you had your own way last time, Gervais, now we're going to get involved. So it just depends.
If it didn't work, would you welcome other people steering you, or would you find out how you said it?
I'd do something else. I'd find another way of getting my own way. You know, I don't need 30 million. I can make one for $1 million. Or I do TV. I haven't left TV behind. Yeah. You know, I'm not a
Well, I was going to ask you, where do you
snob.
consider your career is predominantly at the moment? Is it in movies? Because you've got another film coming out next year, of course, so it's kind of...
It just happens to be at the moment. You know, I dabbled, but I really did sort of cameos or favours. And I always thought the first film I did would probably be written and directed by myself and Stephen Merchant. As it is, that's going to be the second, which is Cemetery Junction, which is out next year. So, you know, I want to do everything, really. But I want to do it on my own terms. And what I'd do is, I'd restrict the things I do to still have that level of ownership.
Tremendous cast. I mean, a remarkable cast you have there. But interesting, because some of them come very much from the comedy perspective, because their background is in comedy, either as an actor or even as stand-ups. Others are out-and-out actors. How's that different? I mean, what do they bring differently to the mix?
Well, an actor can do comedy if they trust the writing and the directing. I mean, all comedy should be played straight. And that's in a way why we cast Jennifer Garner. We undermined her goody two-shoes image. You know, in real life, she says things like dang it and darn for swear words. She says things like rats. Rob Lowe, undermining himself, taking himself seriously as a sex symbol, things like that. And then there's the comedy cast of the decade, from icons like Christopher Guest to the new kids on the block like Jonah Hill and Tina Fey, now probably the biggest female comedian in the world.
It's a very crisp film. It's like 100 minutes long, which I welcome always these days.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is as long as a comedy should be, really. You know, some of the classic comedies from, you know, Christopher Guest movies and Woody Allen, they're 85, 90 minutes. I think this can be 100 minutes because there's a little bit more drama, maybe, and there's some quite big ideas.
Was there a lot, though, you shot that you didn't use? I know there's one big scene in particular.
Oh, we shot, probably the rough assembly came in at 2 hours 20. Which is great. The first time The Office was coming in like 45 minutes, we had to lose 15 minutes. I was depressed. But now I celebrate it. Now I know what's going to be left is really tight, and people haven't seen what they've missed. So
yeah, they don't miss it. You miss it because you
yeah,
edited it out. But
you should always shoot 2 more, but then you've got to cut it down. You mustn't be self-indulgent. You mustn't think because you love it, everyone else will. You've got to give them a tight, finished package.
And so Cemetery Junction is out next year. This is out now. Good luck with this. Cemetery Junction's out. Do you know when next year?
I think the 9th of April. I'm very excited about it because I think there'd be more of a prejudice if I was in it. It would be a bloke off the telly taking himself seriously. But the fact that myself and Stephen aren't in it, I think that it'd be taken more seriously as a film. And there are those prejudices out there, and I have them as well. I think it's because people usually leap too quickly. They get one hit on telly and they try and make a film, and it's dreadful when it's advertised on the side of buses for a week and goes straight to DVD. And you want to go in at a higher level, but we've resisted this for 10, 11 years. When The Office first came out, we did went round every film company and got offered a film deal, and we took the card and said, we'll call you when we've got an idea. And so we think that we've done the film proud.
Good luck with it. I'm really looking forward to it. And good luck with Invention of Lying. And good luck with the black T-shirts as a sort of slimming device.
I think I'll start working out more.
Yeah. No, you actually dropped some weight.
Yeah. About £4. Yeah.